What's good on YouTube? I'm back, your movie guru, with another review. I've really been cranking them out, seeing a lot of movies this past weekend, which was Thanksgiving weekend. Hope you all had a good holiday, by the way. I sure did. But this movie review I'm going to be doing is Robin Hood. Uh, this is another story of Hollywood taking a classic tale and trying to rewrite it a little bit and then make it fresh for today's audiences. The last time we saw this was 2010. They actually did Robin Hood with Russell Crowe. That film actually got a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. I saw it in theaters as well in 2010. I thought it was okay, not the best, but it was decent. This film it stars Taron Egerton. You might recognize him from the Kingsman franchise. They've done 2 movies so far. Those are pretty good as well. If you haven't seen those, I'd suggest you check those out. And starring Jamie Foxx as well. This film has gotten a 17% currently on Rotten Tomatoes and then a 51% audience score. And I'd say that's pretty much in line with how the general moviegoer is going to think. Once again, like I say, as you all know the story of Robin Hood, or most of you know the story of Robin Hood, it's kind of one of those fairy tales, that we all grew up with, especially if you grew up in the United States. So it's familiar source material. I will say this film did try and break away from that a little bit. They didn't, everything that you thought you knew about Robin Hood, the whole robs from the rich and gives to the poor element, that was there, but they tried to add some depth to it and a few different ways, which I liked. I was glad that they did that. It definitely was an attempt to keep things fresh. However, I don't think the execution, of that idea they did very well. There were a couple plot holes. I'm not going to reveal them here. I don't do spoilers. But if you see the movie, I think you'll see what I'm talking about. And then just in general, some of the plot lines seemed a little rushed. Robin Hood, the character becoming Robin Hood, the love interest, that whole side of things. His fights, with the sheriff, his relationship with the sheriff. It didn't really seem like they took enough time to flesh those things out. And so it, at times, seemed a little bit forced. And then, like I said, as far as the plot, them adding new things to the, familiar story that we all know. With them doing that, a lot of things seemed unfinished. A lot of the elements that they tried to introduce, new that we haven't heard of before. It was like they put it in there, but then they didn't follow that idea through to completion. So there were a lot of things that seemed kind of unresolved during the beginning and by the time that you got to the end of the film. So I really did give them an A, as far as effort for, daring to do something new, especially with a tale, as classic as this. But I really wish they would have followed through more, and I think it would have made it a more enjoyable film. It's definitely one of those films that, I said, I don't think that, if you did go to see it in theaters, I don't think you're going to walk out of the film angry, or, you're going to walk out during the film. It had some good action sequences. Some were, I thought, a little bit unbelievable. But, you understand that it's a movie. But like I said, if you went to see it, I don't think you're going to walk away, ruining the day that you went to the theater. I have had some films like that. But it's definitely not something that I would say that, you should rush to the theater to see, or one of those films that, you should see in theater. This is a film that, you're sitting at home alone on a Tuesday night, you're driving past the red box on the way home, and so you grab it, pay for it, pay $1, grab the movie, and then drop it off the next day, never to be seen again. That's really that type of film. So if you've got absolutely nothing else to do and you want to go see this, or you're a really big fan of Robin Hood, then fine, go see it. Otherwise, save this for Redbox, save this for Netflix, save this for its TV debut. So with that, I give it a neutral thumb sideways, and then overall 6 out of 10 for me. That's really how I'm feeling about this one. But if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Tell me why you think I'm dumb and what parts of the movie that I wasn't paying attention to that if I did, then I would have loved the film. If you feel that way, then sure, let me know. Once again, hit the like, subscribe button if you like what you see. I continue to make more of these videos. And just let me know what you guys think. Once again, I hope you all guys had a great holiday weekend. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.